Hello students, myself Deepshikha Samdarsi from Department of Zoology, Marwari College, Ranchi. I hope you all are safe and healthy and utilizing your homestay efficiently. In this video lecture, we are going to learn about the general characteristics of phylum Mollusca. This topic is a part of BSc Semester 2 syllabus, paper C3. Mollusca is a phylum of animal kingdom which includes soft-bodied invertebrates. It is the second most diverse phylum after Arthropoda with nearly 1 lakh species. The organisms of this phylum are unsegmented, multicellular, and eukaryotic in nature. They are mostly bilateral in symmetry, but few of them secondarily adapted to be asymmetrical. The body organization is of triploblastic type, in which three germ layers are present in the embryonic condition. Outer is ectoderm, middle is mesoderm, and inner is endoderm. These three germ layers makes the individual organs in the developing embryo. The level of organization is of organ system type, in which different organ system make the individual organism. The size ranges from huge to smallest. They are mostly marine, but some of them inhabit freshwater and terrestrial habitats also. The feeding habit is diverse. They may be herbivore, carnivore, filter feeders, detritus feeders, or parasites. The general body plan of mollusca divides the body into three major regions. First is head foot region, second is visceral mass, and third is mental. This is the general body plan of mollusca. We can divide it into two major axes. First is anterior posterior and second is dorsal ventral. First part is the head foot, which is the most active part and which is present in ventral position, and it consists of a muscular foot which helps in locomotion and attachment to the substratum, and the anterior head which contains mouth and different specialized sensory organs like eyes, tentacles, osphradium, etc. Second part is the visceral mass, which is positioned above the head foot region, which is positioned dorsal to the head foot region, and it contains the internal organs of digestion, circulation, excretion, and reproduction. Third part is the mental, which is also known as pallium. It is attached to the visceral mass and it is made up of folds of skin that forms the protective layer above the visceral mass. It is arranged like it hangs over the visceral mass, so it leaves a cavity between mental and the muscular foot, which is called as mental cavity or pallial cavity. This mental cavity is present in the posterior region, the region opposite the anterior where mouth is present. The mental cavity is filled with ambient water and it houses the respiratory organs, and it also helps in removal of excretory and digestive wastes and the reproductive products like gametes or the fertilized egg into the surrounding. A mucus trail is secreted by many molluscan species, and this mucus is formed in mucus gland, which is present in different body parts like mental, foot, digestive gland, etc. The first peculiar characteristic of mollusca is the presence of cell outside the body. It is present in most of the mollusca but not in all molluscans. It is secreted by the mental and it is lined by it. It supports and protects the body, but it doesn't provide the framework, as the framework is provided by the exoskeleton present in the arthropoda. It protects the soft-bodied mollusca against predation, mechanical damage, and desiccation when they are outside the water. Many molluscans can withdraw their head-foot region into the mental cavity, and that mental cavity is protected by the presence of cell. This cell is made up of three layers. First layer and the outermost layer is periostracum, which is made up of protein. This layer protects the inner layers from erosion. This layer is usually thicker in freshwater mollusca in comparison to the marine molluscans, and it may be absent in some mollusca also. And from time to time, the outer layer wears away and a new layer is formed. The second and middle layer is prismatic layer, which is made up of calcium carbonate mixed with organic material. The third and inner layer is nacreous layer, which is continuously secreted by the epithelium of mantle. It is the site of formation of pearl and mother of pearl. The first cell appears during the larval stage and it grows continuously throughout their life. The second peculiarity is the presence of coelom. This coelom is of true coelom type in which the body cavity is lined by mesoderm, and the development of coelom is of zygoscilous type in which the coelom is developed by splitting of solid mass of mesodermal tissue. I have already discussed about the type and development of coelom, so just go through that notes also. Coelomic cavity is not present all over the body. It is present in a specific regions only, that is surrounding the heart, nephridia and gonads. Next we will discuss about the different organ systems and the peculiar characteristics of the organ system in the molluscan. First is the digestive system. A complete digestive system with the anterior mouth and posterior anus is present in the mollusca. And a specialized tongue-like rasping organ, radula, is present in the buccal cavity. This presence of radula is a peculiar character of mollusca, but it is absent in bivalves. This radula consists of a supporting belt, and rows of microscopic, posteriorly curved teeth. It is situated over a fleshy tongue-like structure that is supported by cartilaginous odontophore. This odontophore is associated with various muscles, and the movement of muscle helps in movement of radula over it, and it is helpful in scraping food from a substrate and pass them down the digestive tract. Digestive gland is also present above the stomach region, and it is helpful in digestion and absorption of food, and it also secretes mucus in some of the molluscans. Next is respiratory system. The gaseous exchange from surrounding occurs through body surfaces. It may be the exposed region of mental, or specialized organs are present for respiration like molluscan gills, that is known as ctenidium, secondary gills like anal gills, serrata in different aquatic individuals, and in terrestrial individuals lungs is present for respiration. Next is the circulatory system. A open type of circulatory system is present with a pumping heart, blood sinuses and few vessels. But in the cephalopoda, the circulatory system is of open type. The visceral organs are suspended in the blood-filled body cavity, which is called as hemocoel. And the fluid which is circulating in the hemocoel is known as hemolymph due to presence of a respiratory pigment hemocyanin, which is blue in color due to presence of copper. And this hemocyanin is analogous to the hemoglobin present in mammalian blood, which is red in color due to presence of iron. In the mollusca also, the oxygenation of blood occurs at gills, and the oxygenated blood is carried to the heart, where heart pumps the oxygenated blood to the hemocoel, and hemocoel is in close contact with the gill, so there is no pumping of deoxygenated blood. Next is the excretory system. Different excretory wastes are present in the mollusca. In the aquatic forms, mainly ammonia is present, and in the terrestrial forms, urea or uric acid may be present. And these metabolic wastes are excreted through the metanephridia. I have already discussed the type of nephridia, so you can just go through that notes. Next is the reproductive system. As mollusca is the diverse phylum, the diversity in reproductive system is also present. Most of the species are dioecious, that they have separate male and female individuals, but few may be hermaphroditic also, means they have male and female reproductive systems in the same individual. In the mollusca, sexual reproduction with cross fertilization is usually common. In the hermaphroditic individuals also, cross fertilization occurs. The fertilization may be external or internal. In some of the terrestrial forms, internal fertilization is preferred. The development may be direct, means without presence of larval stages, or it may be indirect with the presence of larval stages. The larval stages are mainly trophophore larva and veliger larva. Next is the nervous system. A primitive brain-like nerve ring is present around the oesophagus, and paired ganglia with nerve cords and subepidermal plexus is present. Specialized sensory organs are present, as I have discussed before, in the anterior region. These may be photosensory cells, tactile organs, taste receptors, olfactory structures, or chemoreceptors. This figure discuss about different organ systems, so you can just go through this. Next is the ecological importance of the mollusca. How mollusca affect the presence of different other organisms in that particular habitat. They are the important participants of food webs in their habitats, and they also act like keystone species in many habitats, which influence the diversity and abundance of other species in that particular habitat. The filter feeder molluscles also help in clearing the surrounding habitat, and they make the important environmental health indicators also, as they are sedentary in nature, so they tend to absorb different toxic contaminants like heavy metals in their tissues. And so we can measure the. Next is the economic importance. The molluscans are used as food, and they are used in jewelry, decorative items, and other pieces of arts like pearl, shell, mother of pearl. They are used as a model organism for various scientific studies, and they have many medicinal uses. But there are some disadvantages of mollusca also. Some molluscans are very destructive in nature, such as burrowing shipworm, which damages the wooden ships, and garden snails and slugs, which damages the vegetation and cultivation in our garden. Some molluscan species act as intermediate host of deadly flukes, and some have toxic bites also. So these were the general characteristic of phylum Mollusca. In next lecture we will discuss about the classification of Mollusca. So that's it. Hope you all understand that. Stay home, stay safe.